You are most welcome to MZ Math Online, a platform where we learn mathematics. If you are joining us for the first time, do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss any of our future videos. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the last part of the 2010 BECE past question, which is question 6. So let's get started. In the question, we have the question as follows. The table below shows the frequency distribution of the number of letters in the surnames of some students in a school. So we have the table where we have the number of letters and that of the number of students, as you can see. And then we are asked to use that distribution to find AI the mode, II the mean. And the B part says that if a student is selected at random, we should find the probability that his or her name will contain more than 7 letters. And the last part says that we should use that particular information to draw a bar chart for that distribution. So without wasting time, let's get to business. Now, when you look at the table, as we read the question already, the number of letters in this particular question represent the observation. It's just like giving a question in which you have ages, weight, mass, and among others. So this number of letters signifies the observation of the question, and then the number of students, as you can see, represent the frequency of the data. So when finding the mode is actually the most occurred object or observation in the data. Now, you don't just go and look at the highest data or the highest observation. You first of all go to the frequency, in this case the number of students. Then you look out for the number of students or the highest frequency. So when you observe critically, you can see that the highest frequency is actually 8. Now the highest frequency, which is 8 is not actually the mode. So you will now trace it to its corresponding number of letter or to its corresponding observation, and you can see that the number of students, which is the 8, correspond to 7 in the data. So therefore the mode will be 7. The mode will be 7. So we have from the data the mode is equal to 7. Please, once again, as I explained, the mode is not the highest number of letters, then that's not the mode, and the mode 2 is not just the highest number of students, that's the frequency 8. So 8 is not the mode and 10 2 is not the mode. The mode is actually the number of letters that have the highest number of students. So the highest number of students, as I said already, is 8, and 8 corresponds to 7 letters. So therefore the mode will be 7 letters. That's why we have 7 over there. I'll move to the next one, which is the mean. We are going to find the mean. Now, to find the mean of a data is given by sigma fx over sigma f. That's summation of fx over the summation of f. So if you know the formula very well, then you can see that summation of fx is not in the table, even though we can easily get the summation of f from the table by summing the number of students. So because of that, we have to redraw the table and add additional column that will contain fx. That's the multiplication of the frequency by the observation. So we're going to redraw the table. So let's redraw the table. So we have number of letters. The number of letters, that's x. And the next one will be the number of students. I'm just abbreviating number. We spell it in full. Number of students, and that is f. And the last one will be the multiplication of f by x, that is fx, because we need that when finding the mean of a distribution. So let me just copy the data from the table as stated in the question. The number of letters we have 4, 5, we have 6, we have 7, we have 8, we have 9, and finally 10. So this is 10. Alright. So, and as for the number of students, that the frequency, they are as follows: 7, 3, 2, 8, 5, 3, 8, 5, 3, and then 1. So these data are stated in the question, remember. So the next thing we're going to do is to try to multiply frequency by x, and that's where we have the fx. So multiplying all the x component by the f component, we'll get fx. So we'll multiply 4 by 7, now give us 28. 5 by 3 will give us 15. 6 by 2 will give us 12. 7, 8 will give us 56. 8, 5 is 40. 9, 3 is 27. And then 10 multiplying 1 is 10. Now after that, as I wrote the formula, let me write the formula somewhere. We are finding mean, and mean equal to sigma fx over sigma f. So that means that we need the summation of fx as well as the summation of f. As for the summation of x, we don't need it, so you don't need to waste your time to add x column. So we need to add the number of students. So 7 plus 3 plus 2 plus 8 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1. When you add everything up, we are going to get 29. I'll give us 29 here. So sigma f is equal to 29. The next one is sigma fx. So sigma fx will be, that's the summation of fx, 28 plus 15 plus 12 plus 56 plus 40 plus 27 plus 10, and that will give us 188. 188 is the answer. You can verify that on your own. So that is how we complete the table. We now pick these answers to simplify it using the formula of mean. So in that case, the mean will be equal to sigma fx, which is 188. 188 over sigma f. And sigma f is 29 of 29 here. So our mean will be equal to 188 over 29 will give us 6.48 or 6.48. So 6.48 would be the mean of the distribution. All right. Now, the next thing is for us to find the probability. So the question was, if a student is selected at random, find the probability that his or her name will contain more than 7 letters. So when you look at the table, this is 4 letters, 5 letters, 6 letters, 7 letters. So the letters which are more than the letters that are more than 7 are 8, 9, and 10. So 7, 8, 9, and 10 are the letters which are more than 7. Now when you trace its corresponding frequency, you have 5, 3, and 1. So just like the mean when I was explaining it, with the probability, you don't use the letters which are more than 7. You don't use 7, 8, 9, and 10. You will actually refer them to their corresponding frequencies. So probability of letters exceeding 7 or containing more than 7 would be the number of students whose surname contain more than 7 letters over the total number of students in the class. So we have probability more than 7 letters. Let's make it as short as possible. Probability of letters that are more than 7 letters will be equal to the number of students whose surname contain more than 7 letters, and those number of students are 5, 3, and 1. So we add them together. 5 plus 3 plus 1 divided by the total number of students in the class. And the total number of students in the class is the sigma f, and that will give us 29. Now adding this, 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 1 is 9. We have 9 over 29. So 9 over 29 is the probability of students whose surname contain more than 7 letters. If you can simplify the fraction, you can go ahead and simplify it. If not, you can leave it like that. I think the fraction is already in the simple form, so we don't need to. Now, the very last part of the question was draw a bar chart for the distribution. So we are going to use the information we have had from the distribution table to come out with the bar chart for this particular distribution. This is the axis for the bar chart. The horizontal line is labeled as number of letters, that's X, and then the vertical axis is labeled as number of students, that's the frequency. I remember that in every person, the frequency is always plotted on the vertical axis, whilst the observation is plotted on the x-axis. So from the question, the number of letters are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the frequency, they have their corresponding frequency, which we shall be plotting later. Now, one thing about bar chart that you need to notice that when drawing the bars, there should be equal space between the bars. There should be equal space between the bars, and also the width of the bars should be the same. The bars should not be wider than each other. They should have the same width or breadth. As for the length, the frequency of that particular bar will determine how long the bar will be. So we plot them as such. We have number of letters. The first one is 4. So this is 4. And then the corresponding frequency is 7. The corresponding frequency is 7. So we are going to plot it. And the frequency is 7. That has been plotted. The next number is 5, and the frequency of letter 5 is 3. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is where we end the bar. After 5, 6 is next, and the frequency of 6 is 2 from the question. You can see that I'm leaving spaces, equal spaces between the bars. The bars should be disjoint from one another. If it is histogram, the bars will be joined to one another, but because it is bar chart, that is why I'm separating the bars. The next letter is letter 7, and then the frequency is 8. So this is 8. That's where we'll end in our bar. Next is 8, and the frequency of 8 is 5. The next one is 9, and the frequency of 9 is 3. The last one is 10, and its frequency is just 1. So these are the various bars for the distribution. So the bars are well plotted on the bar chart. You can check out the printed form of the answer over there. And this brings us to the end of today's lesson, and also the end of 2010 BECE past questions. Please, as I always tell you, mathematics needs constant practice. So I would urge you to watch the videos very well and practice. You can get the question onto your jotter, and then without referring to any book or the video, you try to work or solve the question your own. If you have challenges, you can rewatch the video. If you watch the video and you still have challenges with some of the concepts, you can ask any question on our Telegram group or our WhatsApp group. And if you have not joined it, we'll leave a link to our various platforms on WhatsApp and Telegram so that you can join. You feel free to ask any question, but please don't forget to do us a favor by subscribing to the channel so that you will help grow our channel together. And also don't turn on the notification bell, and also do well to like our videos and share to your loved ones so that we all benefit from it. See you in our next video. Bye for now.